Good morning. Today is April 27th, and we're looking at all these Pluerry cuttings I stuck in the ground. And they all look like they've rooted, except for this really big one right here, but it still looks green, so it still looks okay. It just hasn't put anything on it. So it's still cool out. We've had a really long, cool spring so far. Usually it's a lot hotter by now. But I wanted to see if I could dig these out and pot them up while it's cool. Let them grow in pots a little and see if I can sell them towards the end of the summer. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to dig up just this little one right here. I'll stick it in a pot, and if it does fine this next week, I'll dig all the rest of these up and stick them in pots as well. So I'm going to dig that up right now. I got my pot right here. I'll stick it in, and I'll be back in just a sec. Okay, so I dug that up. I put it in that pot right here. I didn't dig too far away from the base of the cutting, and not too deep, maybe half the size of that pot down. I did not see too many like taproot roots going deep or anything. There's a lot of surface roots, about maybe that big around the whole thing. But really I didn't see any root breakage. I didn't feel anything breaking when I dug it up, so it should be fine. So hopefully all the rest are also like that, but I'm just going to leave this here in a pot for probably about 5 to 7 days, and if it still looks fine after that, I'll dig the rest of these up, and we'll have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least 8 new Pluerries that I'll sell this summer. Okay, so I dug up that Pluerry a couple days ago. It still looks good. Looks just fine. So I'm gonna dig up the rest. I got all my pots and dirt and stuff ready over here. So I'm gonna dig at least, how many pots I got? I have 6 of them. So I'll dig at least 6 more up, put them in pots, and be back with you in a minute. So this is just how fertile this dirt is. I'm just moving the dirt away so I can dig. And you have this dark, rich soil. So I just moved all these leaves out of the way. I'll put them back on once I put these in pots. Look at that one. That was a big, thick one I planted. Uh-oh. There's a gopher hole right there, or mole hole. They're everywhere in the yard. But anyways, I just want to show you the dirt before I dug them up. So I just dug this first one up, and it has no roots on it. So I'll be putting that one back in. It's leafing out and looks healthy, but no roots yet. So I'll put that one back in. If they don't have roots, I'm not going to pot them. But that's the first one I dug up. Second one I dug up has a tiny bit of roots at the base, and that's it. I'll pot it up and see what happens. That big one has lots of roots on the bottom, so that's a good one. Alrighty, so I only potted up 5 of them. I think 3 of the ones I potted had roots and 2 of them did not. And some of them were big and some of them were not. This real big one had some decent roots. I think this small one had a few roots. And I think this small one had a few roots, but that big one didn't have any, and I don't think this one had any either. So that's odd, but I watered them all in. So I'll leave them here. They get lots of shade. I'll keep them moist for the next week, and hopefully that was the original one right there that I dug up a few days ago, and it still looks good. So I'll just make sure they keep getting water, and hopefully they all do fine. I'll just keep checking on them, and I guess I'll get back with you again in about a week. All right, so here are the Pluerries I transplanted. It's been about 2 weeks and they're all doing fine. They all look good, they're all green. This one back here looks the worst, but it's still doing fine. Even the ones I dug up and replanted back there, I don't know if you can see them, but there's still green leaves on them. They're still growing. And then that one right there too. They're doing fine. So I got 6 good ones. I'll dig those 2 up and plant them in probably 2 weeks. And then I need to dig up that peach tree back there as well and put it in a pot. But yeah, these are ready for new homes. And I'll get that done this week probably. All right, so that was Sweet Treat Pluerries. Basically, I just pruned this tree right here when I transplanted it, and it's doing great. And I just took those pruned cuttings, I stuck them in the ground back here, and they all grew roots and leaves, transplanted them to pots, and they're all doing fine. So if you have a Sweet Treat Pluerry, they're really easy to propagate through cuttings. I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.